It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show. Good morning. I'm David Stroud, who is Scooter Scott Kelly's.
Whoop whoop. You started off like, welcome to the morning show and good morning.
Very subdued.
Yes.
But
it's not like it's good morning Vietnam. No.
No, because I was counting the sevens. He was doing what I do to mess with him while he's doing the countdown.
So I did it back.
He did it back.
Took away your thunder.
I had to count the sevens, and then here we were. And
when we go live, let's see, how many sevens are we counting?
I thought it was at least 5, but I think you did 4.
I stole your thunder.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
It happens. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It seems like it's been forever. Every time it's like Tuesday, and then what else is Thursday, and it just seems like you've been off somewhere on vacation.
Around.
Yeah, just enjoying the high life. And we're suffering here trying to keep up.
That suffrage is real.
That suffrage is real.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was actually a pretty relaxing weekend overall. So I needed that because we've been out of town like every weekend for a while, and it's kind of nice just kind of be home and take a breath.
That's right. Kick
and
back.
Pause for the moment.
Yep. Everybody, I think, enjoys that. Do you enjoy that? I know I do.
So how was your weekend?
It was good. Well, I mean, I work almost every Saturday, but Sunday went golfing over in Diamond City.
And?
It was good.
How did you do?
Really bad.
Okay, then.
It was pretty wet. I mean, it was pretty sopping wet in areas, muddy in areas, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Took Can Man. He tried his Happy Gilmore, and he actually did it once.
I was going to say, how'd it go?
I think on the first time he tried it, on like his second or third try, he nailed it. I mean, did the run up, popped it straight down the fairway. It was really cool. So we were like, dang it, we should have been videoing that. So on the next one, we did video it, and it was like a 2-step. Step, boom, and he hits it. But I got it. And I mean, it straight and true down the line.
All right.
And I mean, the kid's a natural athlete.
We should have uploaded that. We could have played that. Hey, let me show you the video. Can Man.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, one of these days he'll go golfing again, and we'll get a good one, because like he did, like it was the perfect run up to it and hit, and it went farther than mine.
Well, that's not saying much.
Yeah, no, it's not. But he's 11.
Could be worse. You could have me out there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be all over the place. I'm sure. And you know how long it's been since I've been golfing? A long time.
27 years.
And trust me, it's not like riding a bike. No.
No, it's not.
You don't play, your ball goes all sorts of directions.
I don't know. I think I'm actually getting worse every time I play. We were on the driving range, so Diamond City has driving range, and I was doing real well, hitting them down straight, far. Then I get out on the golf course, and I can't do it. It's like
straight and far is gone. Huh?
Yeah, there was no pressure while we were just messing around. But then when you get out there, the pressure's on, and it just anyway.
Didn't have anything to do with that beer cart driving around, did it?
No. What beer cart? I didn't see.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Every time, the more the beer cart drives around, seems like the better I get. And I don't know what that is. I mean, it's just a
confidence builder.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Liquid courage.
Liquid courage. That's right. But we were out there for my buddy's birthday. Quentin. Happy birthday again, Quentin, on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Turned 27.
27.
To be 27 again.
I was about to say, I'm rolling the clock back, and I can't remember 27.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad, isn't it?
Let's see. A while ago.
A while ago.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun.
Coming from you, and you're saying that makes me feel real old.
You're not much older than me.
You'd be surprised.
So I think it was 7 years or 8.
All right, how old are you? We got to throw it out there to the public. Here we go.
I'll be 44 in May.
Not as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let that go.
No.
I'm 49.
So yeah, not yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, I knew you weren't a lot older than me. I mean,
it's kind of weird to think about because, you know, when you turn 40, everybody's like, oh, my God, that's going to be your, you know, time that's going to be. 40 didn't bother me at all. But thinking 49, I'm almost 50. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting old.
Is 50 over the hill now?
I don't know where the top of that hill is.
It's
I don't know. I get over the hill. I'm not going to be speeding up much because I'm falling apart.
There'll be pieces flying off.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. I got pieces on me keeping everything held together, I think.
Yeah, he kind of does.
I do.
Well, 30 I didn't like. I turned 30. You coming out of your 20s, you know, you still feel kind of like a kid, even though I had a kid. And it just, I don't know, just kind of bothered me. But 40, I was like, meh, past it.
30 didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
No. 40 didn't bother me at all.
Yeah. But 50.
But thinking about 49, I'm 1 year away from 50.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a little rougher.
Right.
Because now I really know I'm old.
Yeah. Because you're that much closer to 60.
60 doesn't mean anything. 50 sounds like a big number.
It is. Half a century.
I know. It just sounds like a big number. It sounds like a big number.
It's crazy how fast it goes by, though. Once you get out of your 20s, it just goes by faster and faster.
So once you get over the hill, you tend to speed up.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I hear.
It's true. All right, we better
got a
start
show
the
to
show.
do. We got a show to do.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, they have 29 in the state, one in Memphis, Tennessee. We sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. They sponsor the morning prayer, so now we'll pause now. Dear Lord, please watch over the families in Tennessee from what happened yesterday. It's a tragedy of unspeakable proportions. We know we just need you there with them, and we have prayers for them. It's something that nobody ever should have to go through. And we wanted to watch over this country as mental health has really become a problem. You know, touch those on the shoulder that really need a hand. Find somebody that can come into their lives and help them. They're really struggling out there right now. It seems to be getting worse and not better. So please watch over us. And we thank you for everything that you have done for us and everything that you've given us. Our lives and our country is really still a great place to live. And this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. You can give them a call at 870-425-2161 and ask them about pre-need service. It's always good to have a plan in place for when something bad happens. And that's, I mean, the worst is to lose a loved one. Even if you know it's coming,
it doesn't make it any easier.
It doesn't make it any easier. But it's good for, you know, their wishes to be, what do they
granted.
say? Yes. So, but you've got to tell your family your wishes, and then that way they can do it. And Roller Funeral Home is there for you when the time comes, and they will do everything that in their power that they can do. I mean,
they will.
It's probably
they'll
some
do
things,
everything they can do to make it a little easier.
Yes.
It's tough. I don't care how you look at it. It's just tough. It's a loss, and you're missing that person, and you're going to grieve, and you're going to go through that, and they understand. But they're going to take a little bit of the pressure off and the things that need to be taken care of, things that need to be done. And
give them a call.
Yep.
870-425-2161. Now we'll pause for Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey,
Hey,
what
wait.
are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
7. Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team. Consummate professionals that will take care of everything, dot every I, cross every T. They have a commitment to excellence.
all you got to do is give them a call. They truly want to help. They truly want to make a difference. They don't want to just sell you a home. They want to sell you the right home for the right time of your life and make sure that you're happy down the road.
Yeah.
And they're the type that they want to run into you at Walmart. And they want, hey, there's our realtor.
Exactly.
That's what they want. That's what they strive for.
That'll put the biggest smile on their face.
Yep.
When they're out and about and you say something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree.
I agree.
I concur.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's take a look at the White River. Brought to you by Bob and Linda's Resort. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous. We're here in God's country. It's Cotter, Arkansas, looking at the White River, the horseshoe bend of the White River, as they say. And it's amazing view that is brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team at retiredtoarkansas.net. I mean, look at that. The sun, the timing's right now, isn't it?
I'm going to switch over to this one because it's got a little bit of orange coming from the right side. I like that.
That is beautiful. Did you happen to look at the parade of planets last night?
No.
Did you know anything about that?
No.
Wow. There was quite a few planets in line after sunset yesterday. And it was, oh my goodness, I'm horrible. It was a few planets. Jupiter, Uranus, Mars, I believe, the moon, and they were going in a line in a certain direction. Man, I'm horrible. I should have
got my telescope out.
I know. They said get out your binoculars, but yeah, they were in a line across the horizon, kind of at a. Well, I don't know. I'm not good with degrees. Man, I'm just terrible this morning. We
No
were leaving,
different than any other morning.
we were leaving to go to Walmart, and we saw. I mean, you could see the line of the stars in the line. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, it not stars. They were planets, but
planets.
Yeah.
They look like stars.
They look like stars. Yeah.
Big stars.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. All right, go back to the White River.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a boat.
We got some fishers on the water today, and they've slowed down.
The generation.
The generation, yeah, they've slowed it down so it don't.
That's why people are going out.
Yeah, I think
you got one out, one's on the ramp.
Getting ready.
That's where we need to be.
That's where we need to be. The White River.
All right, we're
best
going fishing. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net where you can find these beautiful views on these 24-hour, 7-day-a-week camera systems. This one's really cool because it'll zoom in and out and dart around to different areas of Cotter. I love it when it goes to the train station. Take me to the train station.
There you go. Now you're bringing in shows.
TV shows. Everybody loves that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
Except for this is really a real train station where a real train comes through. So it's not the other kind, Scooter. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, give Bob and Linda Zadora a call, 870-405-0793. They are senior real estate specialists. If you're looking to downsize to something a little bit more manageable or move back with family, give them a call. 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Man, that's amazing view. It was a beautiful.
Everything's greening up.
Mm-hmm. Love that. Love when the trees are full in bloom, and yeah, it makes me want to go camping and kayaking, and that's what we're known for.
I'm with you.
This area is perfect for that. If you love the outdoors, you're going to love this area. And if you're looking to move to this area, you want to get with the Z Team to help you find your new home. And if you're maybe you're looking to move out of the area, move back with family, that's okay too. They're going to help you find somebody in the area that you're moving to. Unless you know somebody, it's all good.
Yeah.
But if you don't, they're going to find somebody like-minded that's going to take care of you start to finish. They're not just going to list and leave, they sell your house for you and they're okay, bye. They'll help you find somebody that's going to help you in the area that you're moving to. Which would be cool. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the weather.
What do we got temperature-wise?
All right. We have Mountain Home at 38, Harrison at 38, Batesville at 45, Yellowville at 40, Marshall at 39, Salem at 33, Mountain View at 39, Calico Rock at 38, West Plains, Missouri at 33, Springfield at 41, Popular at 40, and St. Louis at 38. 38's the winner today.
38?
Yeah, across the board. National Weather Radar. Look at that. Doesn't it look at... Oh, my goodness. What happened?
What'd you do?
Where'd
you go?
Look at this. It looks like a tornado hurricane on the west coast coming into Oregon and California. Look at all that snow. Heavy activity in San Francisco. They're getting rained out like we've been getting rained out. You got some activity there in southern Texas. You can see it's starting to develop. New Orleans.
Even the top of Missouri's getting a little bit of snow.
Yeah, it is. Let's go ahead and zoom in there and take a closer look. There we go. Look at that. Passing 8 o'clock, you got it rolling across the northern part of Missouri and southern part of Iowa. Well, it starts to dissipate. It gets in Illinois. Illinois says no. It says no. I don't want it.
You will not enter.
No, you will not enter. St. Louis has some activity. Kansas City across central part of Missouri. But look at that. Once it starts to hit the line, they'll get some on the western side of Illinois. But as it moves past towards the day, look at that. That's it. That's it. No more.
But more importantly, look at Arkansas. There's nothing.
There's nothing in Arkansas. Let's get even a little closer. Look at the Twin Lakes area. Oh, yeah. I don't see any kind of development.
Even close.
Precipitation. Look at it. Just look at it.
And moving on.
No watchers or warnings in Arkansas and Missouri. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. But I could be wrong.
Yes, he's known for that.
I'm known for that. 7-day forecast.
Make sure you have an umbrella.
Always. Well, and if not an umbrella, a rain jacket. I did leave my rain jacket at home. Just look at it. Just look at it. Today, mostly sunny, high of 55. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 33. Wednesday, sunny, high of 62. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 41. Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 66. Thursday night, mostly cloudy and breezy. Then a slight chance of showers at 30%, low of 56. Friday, we got an 80% chance of thunderstorms and windy, and high of 70. Friday night is 30% chance of thunderstorms and windy, low of 41. Saturday, sunny and breezy, then sunny, high of 61. So it looks like we're going to have a good week. The weekend, there's some precipitation coming. Friday is the last day of March, so it works that we're going to roll into April showers with some rain.
Yep.
Norfolk Lake water level is at 563.93. Level is almost 12 feet above full pool, and they're generating 0. Bull Souls Lake water level is at 671.71. Level is 12.71 feet above full pool, and as of this morning, generating 3. So,
all right,
it's not low, but it's kind of, kind of slow. So if you're going to be out on the White River or any of our beautiful lakes, streams, just have a life vest with you. Have it on if you're on the river, especially. Just have a flotation device that can save your life. Right, Scooter?
It better be safe than sorry.
It's better than safe than sorry.
This is what I like to say. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's
weather brought to you by the Z Team.
That's right. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's going to be beautiful today, and I hope it is, and I hope you enjoy it.
See, he could be wrong. Good morning, Gigi.
Good morning, Gigi.
We forgot to say that this morning. She's watching. She's always watching.
No, we didn't. You just said it. You didn't
I
forget.
know, but we forgot at the beginning of the show.
Well, that's
she
true.
watches the whole show. So good morning, Gigi.
Good morning, Gigi. We hope you have a wonderful day. It's going to be sunshine and lollipops and
see, I got that
rainbows.
song in your head. Here we go.
Let's take a break. We'll come back with some community news.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This part of Community News is brought to you by Mower Warehouse of Mountain Home, Arkansas, for all your mowing, weed eating, leaf blowing, I hate doing yard work needs.
They got you covered.
Mower Warehouse has you covered. They really do. They have everything for your outdoor needs when it comes to cleaning up the yard. And it's about that time.
Yes.
Springtime's here. My backyard.
They got everything in stock.
Yes.
Trust me, you go by there, they have got mowers galore, from the little mowers all the way up to the huge zero turns with the big springs.
Yep.
And they are one of the smoothest riding mowers you will ever ride.
And he's right. They have so much stuff. It's outside.
Yes.
They have the inside, and then they have the overhang eave on the outside that's full of mowers. They even have them going up in the air.
Yeah, they got that big rack out there that's really cool to see.
Stacked up. Last night I went by there because, like I said, I drive by there. And I seen one that looks like it's probably from the 90s, and I was thinking, that one's vintage. That one looks cool. It was gray, silver gray color, and it reminded me of back in the day when Dad had, the riding lawnmower. And I was like, 90s vintage. Oh my gosh.
They've got used, they've got new, they've got parts galore for almost any mower. They've got
do repairs.
Their service, they'll work on any mower.
Mm-hmm. If you need your blade sharpened, take them in there. Take the mower in there. If you know how to take them off, go ahead. Just be careful, and they'll take care of you. They're over there on Buzzard Roost Road.
I see you brought their side up. I'll bring their side up.
Oh, yeah.
Since we're here.
Sorry. There we go. There they are. So right off the bypass. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. I forget you got to hit this button there. There we go. We're zoom in. Fulbright and Buzzard Roost Road, just down the road from the bypass. But yeah, let me scroll this up. Try not to go too fast. You see? There it is. The stack of lawnmowers. There's the rack of lawnmowers. And then the eave on the outside. Oh, I know they have a... Well, I thought they had a picture. Anyways, here's the inside of them with all your mowing
They've got even more than
needs.
that on the inside right now.
Yeah.
They got generators. They got everything inside.
Yeah, there's no telling how long this was taking. MountainHomeMowerRepair.com. You can see the product list here of zero turns, riding mowers, push mowers, chainsaws, crossover to blowers, brush cutters, edgers, hedge trimmers, snow blowers, sprayers, trimmers. Mower batteries, belts, pulleys, blades, spindles, and parts on site, full service, small engine repair. So,
what more could you ask for?
Exactly. And yesterday I was asking Richard, he's the finance manager, he has 2 lawnmowers, and I was like, you still got that other one? And he goes, yeah, but my other one's broken. He needs to go to Mower Warehouse.
There you go.
Get her fixed so he can sell me the other one so I can stop push mowing. I'm just trying to help a brother out.
There you go. Yeah, help him. Yeah, you're trying to help yourself.
That's right. Anyway, they sponsor the community news, so let's see. Health Fair and Expo, Friday, April 7th, noon to 5 p.m., and it's the first annual one in Harrison. They'll have health screenings, education exhibits, lab vouchers. Don't miss out on the first Health Fair and Expo in Harrison. There will be something for everyone to enjoy and help take steps to better health. To view a list of participating Baxter Health and community vendors, visit baxterregional.org/healthfair. So that'll be cool. Look, they got the meat shop register to win a beefer bundle for more than 125 pounds of beef. There'll be Chick-fil-A meals while supply lasts. Includes chicken sandwich, waffle chips, love those, and cookie. And the Teddy Bear Clinic for kids of all ages, an interactive healthcare experience with Teddy Bear Repair Adoption. So that'll be really cool. Friday, April 7th, noon to 5 in Harrison. Very good.
There you go.
Yeah. And then...
There's more?
But wait.
There's more.
ASUMH Workforce and Community Education. An evening of photography and tales from Montana and Wyoming. There's only 10 hours left to register, and it's $25. So I'll show you here on the count. This is where I found it. This is cool. EnjoyMountainHome.com has a calendar of events, and each day it'll pop up the new events. It'll scroll into, the next. And so that's where I found this. An evening of photography and tales from Montana. And then when you go in there, it has a website link that you can copy and paste. And then you go into ASUMH's site, and this is where you can register right here. Travel the beautiful northwestern states of Montana and Wyoming through the photography and tales created by Robert H. Clark. See wild horses, landscapes, sunsets, and other exciting adventures, and hear stories behind the photographs. And ASUMH always has great programs and events. They really do a great job. So you need to register with that, and today it looks like the last day to do so. So like I said, you can go to the calendar events on enjoymountainhome.com and find an evening with photography and tales in Wyoming, and here we go. This is where it tells you all about it. So what I usually do is I just copy this right here, and then I right click it and go to, and you just click that right there, and it'll bring up that page. I just thought a little tutorial on how to do. Maybe you don't know.
This is how to run computers 101.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not help them out?
Why not?
That's a good idea.
We had time this morning. Why not?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, and I thought I'd bring this up. The sheriff's always on every month, and he's talking about what's going on in the jail system.
Yes.
Right? He's always bringing up the jail system and how we don't have enough beds. Yes. And so Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is calling to set aside enough money to create some new prison beds, because we have a problem with a rotating door in the jails and the prison system.
Repeat offenders from it.
Repeat offenders, and they know they're not going to have to serve any time. They come in and out, in and out, in and out, right? So she's proposing what he has been proposing how long now on this show?
Oh, a long time. He said they need to be held accountable.
Yeah. So for years that, since my internship with y'all back in 2000, he was talking about we don't have enough beds in the prison system, and that's why people can get an 8-year sentence and be out in 6 months.
Yep.
And so she's talking about proposing 3,000 new prison beds, and those that certain violent offenses, including rape and murder, to serve 100% of their sentence, and they should be serving 100% of their sentence. The bill would also require anyone with other offenses, I'm not sure what, but to serve 85% of their sentence. Now, the changes won't apply to people who have already been sentenced before the law take effect, but this is something that is needed. Our Arkansas prison systems are at least 106% above capacity. And so I'm glad she's coming in and starting to do things, because think about it, if they're worried about if they're not worried about the consequences because nothing happens, they're just going to keep breaking the law.
Yep.
But if there is consequences, and they know that they're going to have to serve almost all, if not all of their time, they're more than likely not to repeat offend. And if they are, they're just going to move out of state to a state that's lenient or has this same problem. And guess what? We're going to be better for it. Right?
I agree.
So with that, I guess we'll go out and look how much. 7:28.
Yeah, you went way over.
Well, here's
the thing. Yeah. Just so people know, our guest couldn't make it in this morning, so we're spending a little extra time talking, and then we've got a cool little video that we'll show you. We'll probably go back to talking.
Yeah, we'll come back, and maybe we'll talk about me and Scooter, our personal lives.
No, we're
how
not
about
going
where
there.
we're
not going
from, what we do.
Nope, not going there.
All right. That's okay. This part of the community news has been brought to you by Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, Arkansas, over on Buzzard Roost Road. You want to go by there for all of your outdoor, clean up the yard, because it's that time of year again. Needs.
I agree.
All right.
I agree. We're going to go through a few commercials, and then we'll be back with the video, and we'll be back later.
All right. Sounds good.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
There is a delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets, which it must turn over to the next generation increased, and not impaired in value. Conservation means development, as much as it does protection. Theodore Roosevelt. In the early 1900s, President Roosevelt held a White House conference on conservation. As concerns about natural resources and wildlife grew, Americans were spreading west, replacing vast forests with cities, cropland, and pastures. Arkansas was changing, especially the wildlife. Elk, bison, and swan were completely gone from the state. Ducks, quail, and fish were harder to come by. Something had to be done. In 1915, Act 124 was signed into law. and the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission was born.
In 1916, Arkansas's first game wardens were hired for $80 a month, and they had to provide their own horses. Times have changed, and so have our tools, but the call to protect our state's wildlife and natural resources never will. I take a lot of pride in knowing we're all carrying on the legacy of those original 9 wardens.
In 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act was passed. Unregulated hunting had caused populations of many bird species to decline sharply, and market hunting posed a similar threat to North America's waterfowl. The act set federal regulations on the hunting of migratory birds. And nearly 100 years later, that means plenty of ducks for us today.
During the 1920s, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission took steps to increase the deer population in our state. As late as the 40s, the deer population remained bleak in Arkansas. Hunting was closed in several counties. But progress was being made, and with the help of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, record harvests have become the norm with each deer season. One of the state's oldest and most successful fish hatcheries was dug by hand and by mule right here in 1928. As director of the Game and Fish Commission's Fisheries Division for many years, some of Joe Hogan's innovative principles for raising fish in ponds and transporting them across the state are still practiced today.
In 1937, the Pittman-Robertson Act provided federal assistance for projects to restore, enhance, and manage wildlife resources. Arkansas has used millions of dollars over the years for habitat projects just like this one.
In 1945, Amendment 35 became effective, making the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission an independent state agency. This gave the commission much needed stability and ushered in the way we still do business today.
This place is legendary among duck hunters. Thanks to the foresight of game and fish managers and commissioners nearly 70 years ago, this place is now known as one of the best places in the world to hunt mallards and flooded green timber. Alameda is one of the greatest places for the public to come hunt, and we're very fortunate to have it.
Thanks to the Dingell-Johnson Act signed in 1950, when you make purchases like this, you're actually giving back to fishing in our state.
In 1951, this beautiful place was completed. It's been stealing the hearts of fishermen for generations.
At the request of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, NBC came to film a live duck hunt in 1956. And more than 250,000 ducks filled the air in front of the cameras on that day, and outdoorsmen have been flocking to our state ever since. 7 years later, I produced the first of many long-running fishing shows shot here in Arkansas.
How about that?
Yeah, pretty solid, yeah.
Appreciate your help. Yes, sir.
Now, technology has really changed, but the thrill of filming the great outdoors never will.
We were known as the bear state long before we were known as the natural state, but black bears were almost hunted completely out of the state of Arkansas. Today we have over 5,000 bears in the state, thanks to the reintroduction effort in the 1950s and 60s. This reintroduction effort is recognized as the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in history. And we're very proud of that.
In 1971, hunter education classes began in the state of Arkansas. First and foremost, the Arkansas Game and Fish wants to make sure every hunt ends safely. It is something that has given me peace of mind and helped me to enjoy our hunting even more.
Can you imagine this beautiful spot being underwater? That's what would have happened had dams been put in place in the late 1960s. In part, thanks to the Arkansas Game and Fish, this became America's first national river, the Buffalo National River. Hundreds of thousands of people come to the Buffalo National River every year.
Elk once roamed Arkansas far and wide before the settlers transformed the landscape. Against the odds, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission brought the elk back beginning in 1981. By 1998, the herd had grown large enough for a limited hunt. I got this one in 2004.
We're known for our miles of trails, wild game, and breathtaking views. When the 1/8 cent conservation sales tax passed in 1996, it gave the Game and Fish Commission much-needed funds to keep creating the habitats and improving the quality of wildlife our state reveres so much. It's nice to know that everyone in the state has a hand in helping nature.
I started my boat company right here in Arkansas.
And in 2001, Game and Fish made boating safer for everyone by instituting boating education courses.
In 2001, the first of 4 Arkansas Game and Fish Nature Centers opened in Pine Bluff. Part classroom, part museum, part playground. These nature centers offer visitors walking trails, exhibits, and hands-on fun.
My love of fishing started long before we founded the Ranger Boat Company. In 2012, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission resolved the minimum flow issue with the assistance of a lot of people. Now, trout have the habitat and conditions below Bull Shoals Dam to grow and thrive, and will benefit generations to come.
More than 100 years later, it is our mission to continue to carry out the legacy President Roosevelt once spoke about. Cherish these natural wonders. Cherish the natural resources. Cherish the history and romance as a sacred heritage for your children and your children's children.
This is our Arkansas.
My Arkansas.
My state.
This is my outdoors.
My weekend.
My life.
This is my everything.
This is my calling.
This is my legacy.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
You make the deer woods great.
You make the fishing great.
You make my state great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Thank you for protecting our most valuable resource for 100 years.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z Team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z Team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Hi.
Seven. Welcome back to the morning
I got
show.
that one. I got
you got
that one.
It's so
I
good.
got that one. You trying to mess with me on my countdown. Hey, we're back.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Wonderful video by AGFC.
Yes, I have to thank AGFC. They got some great videos out there. You got that one, and then we got the bear one. I need to go download some more because their videos are excellent.
And he's correct that they have a bunch of them on YouTube.
Yep.
And so you can go on there and watch these. Production value. They've done a very good job. They're very professional.
They're educational. I've learned a lot from the area and stuff by watching those. So
yeah. Speaking of the area.
Speaking of the area.
So we had 10 minutes left and we were talking about while we were watching the video, but we're also talking people moving into the area, the Z Team, buying and selling homes. But we thought maybe you'd like to know how we ended up here. A little bit about ourselves. We always ask guests, who they are and where they come from. So I'll start off.
I'm just thinking, the life steps that went downhill for us to end up being here.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about, it was a joke.
It's a joke. You can get him later. Anyway, I was born in Bakersfield, California. But I left
California. I wouldn't have called that.
No? No. Well, I've been here the longest.
Now I know what's wrong with you.
No,
I didn't. No. Go ahead. I'm messing with you.
I left when I was 10. I left when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
My dad had taken a trip to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho with his brother, my uncle, and their wives, and they were on vacation up there and absolutely fell in love with Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And so about a year later, we moved up there. And we lived there for 4 years, but he was originally from Arkansas, from Mena.
Is that a big town or is that?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene's a pretty good size.
Okay.
I can't even venture to guess now what the population is, but it's definitely bigger than Mountain Home, and it was bigger than Mountain Home in the 90s when we left. Much bigger than Mountain Home. And so, but he was from Mena, Arkansas, and always wanted to come back to Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
And so we actually had like a layover in Springfield, Missouri. He knew Springfield from, his days in Arkansas. Before he picked a spot that we were going to move to in Arkansas. And he was thinking Northwest Arkansas. Even back then it was up and coming, and you had all your big businesses. But we were sitting at a restaurant and he was talking to the waitress. He had the gift of gab. And he was telling her that, we're looking for somewhere to move into Arkansas. And she goes, you ever been to Mountain Home? And he said, nope. She goes, well, that's where I'm from. You ought to check it out.
And that was it.
And there you have it. That's how we ended up in Mountain Home, Arkansas in 1993. Summer of 1993. That's how long I've been here. Been here longer than anybody else because I really feel like I'm a native. I mean, when you've been here that long, I mean, we're 30 years in now.
Yeah, once you get over that 25, I think you're good.
Yeah. So, and my daughter was born here, 2003. I mean, she is a native, and I can't think of a better place to live. I've been pretty much all over the U.S. besides the Northeast. I've only been as far as East Canton, Ohio, and Virginia Beach, Virginia. But up there in New York, Maine, Pennsylvania, stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't been up in that area, but I've been pretty much everywhere else, and the country's beautiful, but I love it here, man. So how did you end up in Mountain Home, Arkansas?
Well, I was raised in Mustang, Oklahoma. It's a small little farm town. We lived kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But I enjoyed Mustang. There was the high school was it was a big high school. It was like a college campus. You had 14 different buildings.
Wow.
And
so it's a big town?
And it was a little bit different. Mentality was a little bit different back then. At high school level, they're not calling mom and dad, you're responsible for yourself type of thing.
Right, like it should have been.
Yes, and you're responsible to go to school. If you don't go, then you don't graduate. That's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
But there were smaller classes. My dad worked for the Santa Fe Railroad.
Very cool.
He ran an office for them for many years and had an opportunity to advance, and we moved to Bolingbrook, Illinois. And that was, I think, my junior year that we moved up there. So I finished up high school in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
What took you up there?
My dad.
For the railroad?
For railroad,
okay.
Yeah. He got a job over there, and then, of course, we didn't really like there. It just wasn't home.
Sure.
But he ended up getting a chance to run the office for out of Memphis, and so we ended up moving to Memphis. I'd already graduated, stuff like that, so moved to Memphis, and that's where I had met my wife.
Very good.
We had a little cabin we bought. We used to come down here when we were kids. Fishing at a fishing resort. My dad used to take clients and stuff, so we're familiar with the area. And after we got married, both me and my wife wanted kids, but we didn't want to raise them in Memphis. And so we decided, we had a little cabin in Calico, and we decided, well, why don't we go over there and stay for a little while, see if that's home.
Mm-hmm.
And we fell in love with the area, and we really liked Mountain Home, and so that's where we decided to stay, and we've been here ever since.
When did you move here?
Oh, God.
I was that long ago.
Yes, 28 years ago, probably.
Yeah. Wow.
So we've been here.
You're talking
been here
94, 95?
Yeah.
94. So I've been here longer than he has.
Yep. So we actually, we decided to move here. I bought a big fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And we lived in the fifth wheel for about 6 months. Kind of deciding what we wanted to do. We knew we didn't want to waste money renting type of thing. We want to kind of figure out what we wanted to do. So we just figured we'd buy a big fifth wheel, and we lived in that. I mean, it was just the two of us at the time, so it worked out.
Definitely.
And I loved my childhood, everything growing up. It was great.
Me too.
Never had an issue with it. Of course, I talk a lot about wrestling. That was my big thing. I loved wrestling, and I think that was my drive going through school to keep my grades up and keep everything was wrestling. And I'm happy to give back today like I do with coaching and stuff. I think, wrestling has made a major difference in my life.
Right.
And I'm hoping that will trickle down into some other kids and help some other kids. So that's,
and it does. It shows.
It does. I can tell you that I've seen some kids kind of change things around. A lot of it had to do with wrestling and the stuff that did for them, and
right,
which is the same for me. So I wanted, I'm blessed to be able to be part of it.
Yeah, and we appreciate you doing that because he volunteers his time for that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I'm a volunteer coach, and I have for many, many years. I think this is be my 13th year with the high school, and I did youth for a number of years prior to that. So
yeah. Very nice.
I enjoy it. I enjoy working with the kids, and to me, that's where my passion is.
Very good.
So
now you know.
There's my life.
So
there's my life.
Now you know how we got to Mountain Home. How did you get to Mountain Home? Feel free to comment on our Facebook page.
Go to our Facebook page. Tell us how you got to Mountain Home. We like to hear the stories.
Were you born here? Did you move here? And it got me thinking of this because my wife works at the schools, junior high as counselor, and they had 4 new students yesterday. One from California, one from Washington, one from Arizona, and one from Colorado. And it's just like, how do you
people moving here?
Yeah, how do you end up in old Mountain Home, Arkansas? And it's like he was talking about. People are finding out that if you're in the wrestling program, they're contacting the state to find out where in Arkansas do you go for a good wrestling program. And we were on the list.
We've got a number of them that have come here for that reason.
There you
go.
go.
Chosen Mountain Home for that reason. I'm happy for that.
There. God's country. If you
There
want to
you
live
go.
in a comfortable place, we just love it here, and we can't be more thankful. So thank you for watching the morning show on XL7 TV. 7.
We're gone.
See you tomorrow.